What is going on, everybody? Phoenix Gaming here. Thank you for stopping by, and today we are going to be going over how to get the new Adamant Hunter Mask from the Summit on level floor 100, and then also give you some tips and tricks on how you can solo the Summit yourself if you are having difficulty. So if you're not having an issue with the Summit, then this video will probably not be for you, but this is for other players that do have trouble soloing it, especially if they want to do the heroic setting, or if they even want to try and tackle the legendary setting. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So as you can see, this is the Adamant mask. It is, it obviously looks a lot like the Auspice mask from the season pass. It is one of the better looking hunter masks that they do have, unlike just, let's say, the Covert Hunter mask where it's like black, no mouth, nothing like that. It's just the eyes. So I like it. It's all right. It's not my favorite. I personally still really like the balaclava. That's only my personal preference, but this mask here is very easy to obtain, especially if you're just going to run the Summit through normal difficulty. That way you can get to floor 100 easily. There's no specific type of level or difficulty that you need to complete the Summit on in order to receive the mask. The mask will drop from normal, hard, challenging, heroic, or even legendary for that matter. The number of hunters are still the same, so as soon as you kill the hunter that you do have, the last hunter that you are coming across up on floor 100, then the mask will automatically drop. And as you can see from the gameplay footage, you can see that the mask is in the pile of loot that the hunter does drop, so make sure you take a look at your loot, grab the mask, and then deconstruct or take whatever it is else that you need from the loot there. Other than that, that is really all you have to do in order to get the Adamant mask. Again, it is one of the better looking masks. It's got plastic features. I like the charcoal light blue color. It's got a little number at the top here, so a number looks like 87. I don't know. It's interesting to say the least. I do hope they have more hunter masks kind of like this with the skull face on it. It kind of makes more sense, really, other than just having like a flat black mask, even though this is how we knew the hunters come Division 1. So to have them just kind of spice it up a little bit and makes it more appealing, and kind of gives the mask a character, just like this one as well, the Auspice mask. So that is how you get the Adamant mask. So if that is all you guys really wanted to know about on how to get this hunter mask, by all means go ahead and leave the video. The rest of the video is going to be regarding how to solo the Summit through legendary difficulty. I'm not really going to go over heroic, because heroic is kind of like the staple of the whole game itself. Legendary is a little bit harder, but it's not impossible, especially if you have the right build, especially if you know how to tackle each and every one of the objectives. The rooms are, every 3 levels are randomly generated, so you really can't go off as much as that, but a lot of the tactics and used for the legendary summits are going to help you kind of get your footing in and be able to tackle one of the most challenging content in the game. So other than that, let's go ahead and get right into the tips and tricks of how to solo the Summit on legendary. All right, so now what we're going to get into is we're going to run a one floor during Legendary, and I want you to take a look at how I am running this. Now, for what I'm doing first, I am running a build I've been working on. It's complete armor regeneration, and you'll get up to 6% armor regen, which is absolutely fantastic. So right now, as you can see, on the armor regen, I'm up to 106,000 armor regeneration, and you can tell that the bars are just constantly filling up when I'm going against these enemies. Now, keep in mind that the first floors of Legendary, you're going to have a lot of reds and purples. But as you gradually progress through the summit ladder, you're going to start to see a lot more elites and a lot more purples rather than just red bar enemies. So just keep that in mind. So now let's go ahead and we'll go straight into floor number 2, because I just went ahead and went through floor 1. So let's go ahead and we'll get into actual floor 2. So right now we have a little trash mob right here, and we're just taking them out. You don't have to use the shield. I am very accustomed to using the shield. That's just me. But as you can see, I'm going up against, one of the toughest content in the game. And with this, you're not hitting that too hard. You are sacrificing some DPS for armor regen, but I would rather have the armor regen, especially if you are not very confident in your ability to solo the summit. Now, I do recommend that you try soloing the summit yourself instead of with a group. With a group, it's going to be a little harder. So we'll go ahead and take the first half of this floor number 2 right here, and you'll see just how well we do against these NPCs. As you can see, that was how easy it was to go through and solo just the first half of the floor. You saw that I had a tremendous amount of armor regeneration. I was stacking up the memento backpack, and I was just casually going with the flow. It's all about how you can best the NPCs. It is scaled down for a solo player, so it makes it much easier rather than if you were to run a stronghold or in a 4-man group. So I highly recommend you take the time and you actually try and solo Legendary Summit. I know you could do it. A lot of people get intimidated by it because Legendary is the hardest difficulty in the game, and the NPCs hit hard, but as long as you have the right build and you spec it properly and you know your tactics and you constantly do it, you constantly train yourself, you'll be able to run through Legendary with no problem. So other than that, that's what I wanted to show you guys. I wanted you to really focus on what I was doing. You saw from the gameplay footage before that I was knocking out floor 1. I wanted to kind of give you a little iteration of what floor 2 could be like, and I mean, other than that, guys, I really hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know down in the comment section below what you need help on when soloing Legendary. I will be more than happy to answer questions. And if you found this video informative, please like, share, and consider subscribing to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any other Division 2 videos. You can also follow me on my Twitter. You can hit me up there if you have questions. And my handle is down there in the left-hand corner. And I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will catch you around in the next video. Take care.